Well, this is weird for me because the last time I did a news video was 204 days ago. But I will make an exception for something this big, Destiny 2. There's a lot of information circling, so let's
get right into the news!
Warning, the following has not been officially confirmed by either Bungie or Activision. But what the hell, it's 2016 and rumor is fact. So let's have fun and let our imaginations run wild, shall we?
That's right, brace yourselves console fans because our beloved shooter is about to go personal computer. The PC rumor popped up on NeoGAF when a poster named Benny_A wrote that a friend at Activision told him Destiny 2 will indeed be on PC. The publisher informed employees about the news during an internal presentation today, according to Benny. Good old Benny boy. It was then confirmed by a mysterious insider, god of information named Shinobi602, along with Jason Schreier himself, the writer of the Kotaku article. This Shinobi guy has been getting things right for years, and we'll talk more about him in a minute. But let's just say that if he agrees, there's a good chance it's true. Benny also claims that Bungie has picked up another studio, Vicarious Visions, to help out with the development of Destiny 2, along with High Moon Studios. Vicarious Visions are the studio behind Skylanders and are currently working on Crash Bandicoot, the remastered collection, releasing on PS4 2017. And High Moon Studios helped develop Call of Duty Advanced Warfare along with Vanilla Destiny. And considering Bungie has around 750 employees at the moment, and most of them are working on Destiny 2, it's pretty insane that Bungie still needs more manpower from other studios. Now, before I go any further, I have to talk about a major source of information in this video. A faceless guy on the internet who's been making correct predictions ahead of time for years. Shinobi602. Jason Schreier himself calls this guy the always reliable. Think I'm exaggerating? Shinobi was the first guy on the internet to say the next Call of Duty will be sci-fi. Correct. He was the first person to predict the wall running mechanics and major cybernetics theme of Black Ops 3. Correct. He called the Halo 5 embargo period, predicting the announcement of Halo 5 and what it would contain. Correct. I mean, for God's sake, he even predicted that Halo the Master Chief Collection would be revealed at E3, and it was. This guy is the Yoda of the gaming industry. When he makes a prediction, news sites run articles. He's that credible. So, now you know who I'm quoting. Let's continue. So, play-in destinations are allegedly the new activity model for planets in Destiny 2. The plan is for Destiny 2's planet areas to feel more populated with towns, outposts, and quests that are more interesting than the patrol missions you can get currently. Shinobi adds that the goal is to have players able to make activity decisions while still in control of their character, instead of having to exit out into the activity hub. He says there will be fewer hardlines for areas and less of things being gated by menus. He lists World of Warcraft as an example, where you hit a button and queue into activities you want to do, all while still playing your character. So imagine being able to queue for a Crucible game while mucking around in patrol or doing a strike. So this is what I'm picturing for play-in destinations. Imagine all the vendors at the tower being spread around a planet. So if you went to patrol Earth, instead of those little beacons on the ground, there would be actual vendors with actual quests for you to complete scattered around Earth. Let's say a vendor gives you the quest to go and kill Sepix Prime for the first time. Instead of making us exit out to the directory and select the Sepix Prime strike, we'll be able to just go there while we're on Earth. Just go there, just go to the thing. Get the thing and then go to the thing. Or maybe instead of having to go to the tower to pick up bounties, there might be unique bounties available from vendors right there on Earth. Just think about how much more immersive that will be. I say yes. Destiny 2 is supposedly a completely different game to The Taken King. Think Diablo 2. It improved on the first game in some incredible ways, but didn't carry over characters or content from Diablo 1. That's an example given by people close to Bungie. Jason Schreier, the writer of the Kotaku article, a guy that's been making correct predictions himself for quite a long time now, says that over the past few months, all conversations he's had with people point to the developers starting from scratch for Destiny 2. Even if that means leaving old planets, characters, and activities behind. RIP Cade 6, we'll miss you, buddy. One person familiar with development said The Taken King was a reboot for Destiny 1 to fix small things. This is the overhaul to fix big things. Now this is incredible to me as a Destiny player because in my mind, The Taken King was the overhaul that fixed a lot of Destiny's major problems, and Rise of Iron came with the enhancements for the little things. So for them to call Taken King a fix for the small things is just hard for me to wrap my head around. And I have a big head. So yeah, it looks like we might be leaving our old characters behind. Shinobi says that Bungie is still undecided what, if any, of Destiny's old content, both in terms of play space, areas, strikes, and raids will be available in Destiny 2. He also says he has no idea on what's happening with regards to classes. Please no take away my hunter classes. I'm sad just thinking about it. Jason Schreier also adds that if Destiny 2 doesn't let players carry over their old characters, Bungie will likely offer something to players who have poured hundreds of hours, and in a lot of cases thousands of hours, into the first game. But last he heard, Bungie has not yet finalized these decisions. Which is not surprising because that is a huge call to make. Do they carry on or retire the exotics? Will they just give us some old shaders as compensation? Is that enough? I mean, tell me what you guys think in the comments. I'm expecting to see a lot of salt on this one. Shinobi also says that major narrative changes are on board for Destiny 2, both in terms of plot direction, pacing, and structure. Major focus is going to be on the Cabal and Saturn, he says. Saturn is a play space set to be bigger than all of the play spaces currently implemented in the game combined. Think about how big that is. All the spaces combined? That's so big. That's what she said. Both bigger and denser with activities. He also ominously adds that, quote, there's a reason Guardians take the fight to Saturn, end quote. I really wonder if he knows what's going on. God, what I would do to just sit down and talk to this guy for 20 minutes. So in terms of the structure of the story, I hope they move away from the whole non-linear story in vanilla Destiny. Remember when there was multiple missions you could choose from at any one moment? Because the story was just so weak and irrelevant, there was never really a clear direction forward. I'm optimistic though, because The Taken King had much stronger storytelling, and the same two guys, director Luke Smith and executive producer Mark Noseworthy, aka He-Man, are now in the exact same roles except for Destiny 2. I mean, could you have made it any more obvious, Luke? Director of an unannounced game at Bungie? And what's with the black square, dude? It's freaking me out. On the enemies of Destiny, Shinobi says new races and factions are planned. New enemies within factions are also going to be introduced. Take the Cabal Scions, for example. Apparently, they're going to be fleshed out in Destiny 2. It's interesting that he's singling out the Scions here, because Shinobi knows he has a reputation for being right online. So for him to throw out specifics like this makes me think he's really confident with his information. Anyway, in conclusion, Destiny 2 will obviously be taking over the world. Call of Duty, you've had a good run, but it's time for a new king. A more mature, MMO light king. But yeah, that's the bulk of the information, and if you'd like to read any of it yourself, the relevant links will be in the description. Feel free to leave a like for our leak master, Jason Schreier, and the Yoda of gaming, Shinobi. In them, we trust for accurate leaks. Or you could just leave the like for me, I guess. I mean, that'd be cool too. I'd appreciate it. I'm the Jazz, God bless. You're super cute. Talk to me in the comments. Please, I'm actually quite lonely. Please talk to me in the comments.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a live look at the Bravo team. This is the Destiny MLG exhibition.
Baby, I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake it.
I'm Chris Puckett, the host of The Desk, and I am joined by our three experts for the day. We have our local YouTuber and streamer, M-Dash.